Hi, welcome to Action Dine VR. My name is Matt, and we are going over mechs. This is on World of Mechs. I do like this game. This one I do think stands out from Vox Mach Vox Machina and Iron Rebellion, and just in the sense that it's got a little more of an arcade feel. So if you don't want to feel intimidated by being too much realism, you just want something simple. This one's where that's at. I do feel like this one you jump into the action a little bit quicker than the other two as well. So if you're just looking to play a quick game, I think this is just more about diving in and shooting at mechs rather quickly. That's my thoughts on that. What do they give this as a rating here? Okay, so they give this a moderate comfort rating. I would agree. I would think any of these mech games are going to be on the like moderate to intense range as far as motion comfort is concerned, because you've got there's a lot of movement, but you do have you have the visual anchor. You've got like the cockpit that's wrapped around you, and it's not moving. So there's a lot less in your field of view that's changing and moving. So it's not as intense, but some of the movements that the mech is doing, like jumping and flying and that sort of thing, those can be pretty intense. But there's really no point that you're like walking around outside of the mech from what I can remember anyway. Now they have single player, multiplayer, and co-op modes in this game, which is absolutely terrific. You can just jump in by yourself, play against people, or with a buddy. I love cooperative play. That is so fun. And they've set this one up for sitting only. I suppose you can try standing and see what happens, but yeah, these mech games are so best played just sitting down. And like I said, there's not a lot of like crazy movement. This one can be a little on the fast side as you're like flying around, as far as like motion comfort concerns. Your mech will jump. It doesn't, probably not like that, but just something to be aware of again for motion comfort. As far as wall punch risk is concerned, I think your chances of hitting the wall in this game are zero. Maybe low. I don't think so. Maybe on the menus. But let's take a look. I actually have some of that. So when you get in, they actually do have like a training module to like walk you through. Let me skip through that a little bit and kind of walk you through like basic movement and how to shoot and how to use the mech. So it does, if I remember right, I do think it does force you to play this. So if you're downloading this to play with some friends, be sure to play through this first, or they'll have to wait for you to finish this before you can get into the game to do what you need to do. I got this one set aside. So I was actually trying to play with some of these settings, like these like I think I was playing with screen shake, enabling thumbstick aim. So you've got a few options to try, and there was snap turning put in there as well, which can definitely help out with comfort. So as you can see, this game, like I think the realism isn't quite there the visuals like this world looks really cool. You know, this like winter landscape. I just feel like compared to Iron Rebellion and Vox Machina, the, this one's not quite there on the realism. Like even like the cockpit doesn't really have the like any of the dynamic lighting that I can tell. Maybe they've added it. This footage may have been from a few months ago, but the the immersiveness isn't quite there with this one. But like I said, I do feel like the focus is more on it just being kind of more of an arcade game, and I think it excels at that. I do really love this game. Because that it stands out in that way, and I don't think it's trying to step on the toes of the other two games. I think this is also worth having if you're into mechs. This one they are selling for $19.99, which I don't think is too bad. It's 2.12 gigs. Not too big. Sorry if you were one of those that got the 64 gigabyte Quest. That can be tough. I know, like when you want to buy a game, you got to look at the amount of space that it's going to take up and see if you can even do it. But you can always delete those games and download them again, so that's always easy. But this World of Mechs is cool. I do like this one. You know, like I said, it's more of an arcade feel, but that's not too bad. I think it's quicker into the action. Everything's a little more cartoony. You can kind of see like the explosions and stuff. It looks more like it's got like an artistic style to it, almost like an illustration of sorts. But it's cool. It's a great game. I've had much fun with it. But if you have anything to add, feel free to leave something in the comments if I left something out. Otherwise, we'll check you next time. Thanks. Bye.